So this video is much requested and I'm gonna jump into this one today. The topic is how to stay in deep ketosis when you're coming off a water fast. Almost all of my old water fasting videos are talking to the crowd that's in phase 1 of skin disease reversal, which is a high carb, low fat, plant-based disease reversal diet. So when you come off that water fast, you're coming out of ketosis and you're going back to a whole food diet, keeping the cleansing and detoxification going. This video is about how to stay in ketosis coming off of a water fast to keep that kind of water fasting mimicking thing happening while you're still eating food. Stay tuned. I'm going to jump into it right now. So first of all, when you're coming off a water fast, it's imperative to eat super easy to digest foods. You want to stick with stuff that's light, that's nutrient dense, but like I said, doesn't have a lot of bulk and doesn't take a lot of digestional energy. Depending on how long you were water fasting, that's how long you need to use this transitional kind of diet to get yourself back to your normal diet. I think it's obvious to say that once you're done water fasting and you get through this little transition that I'm going to talk about today, a keto approach will keep you in ketosis. I think that's obvious. So what are the specific foods to eat though when you're done with your water fast and you're ready to start munching on food again, you're ready to start intaking those calories? Here are the foods that I would focus on when breaking my water fast and trying to keep my body in ketosis. Now, I think you want to use the half measure is what I've always used and it works really well. And what that means is if you've water fasted for 7 days, you want to use this transitional foods for about 3 to 4 days, about half the time of your water fasting. So if you've water fasted for 2 days, you want to do this diet for 1 day. If you've water fasted for 20 days, you want to probably do this for about 10 days. Here's what to focus on. 1, avocado soup. However you want to make it, you can add some different things, some other vegetables, low glycemic, you can do it with bone broth, but make sure it's mostly avocados and blend it up really nicely, make it easy to digest, make it soupy, make it watery, add some delicious salt to it, make it taste good, but make sure it's simple. Number 2, you can incorporate some low glycemic green focused juices. This is going to inundate your body with absolutely no fiber and super easy to digest mineral rich food. It's an amazing way to come off cleanses, especially when you've been drinking nothing but liquids, water. Your body's really used to already doing that. So the green low glycemic juices work really well for that. Number 3, coconut yogurt. You can make homemade coconut yogurt pretty darn easily. There's a ton of videos out there. It's a super nutrient dense food. It's super high in fat. You can mix a little spoonful of the coconut manna into it, give it a little bit more sweet, give it a little bit more fat, and it makes things super easy and super delicious. And last but not least, bone broth soups or marrow-based soups. If you can make a good bone broth soup, you can get your hands on a good bone broth soup. It's an amazing way to get tons of minerals and nutrients into your body after a water fast. It's coming in liquid form, so again, your body's already used to doing that. As the days go by, you can add more and more solid food, more and more avocados, more and more of the coconuts, less and less of the soups and less of the juices, and slowly work your way back towards that ketogenic or carnivore style diet, keeping yourself in ketosis the entire time. I do think that it's pretty imperative to use chronometer and make sure your carbs are staying under 20 or under 30 for some people when you're doing this transition phase. Also, remember that it's pretty important to pay attention to your digestion when you're doing this transition phase. Some people have a really hard time when they go from water fasting and they jump onto a normal diet and it just causes all sorts of digestional issues. And that's exactly what we're trying to avoid when water fasting. That's what we're trying to fix. So pay attention to your digestion. If your digestion starts to get a little wonky, especially if it's constipated, it probably means you're eating a little too many solid foods too quickly. You may want to stick with some of the cleansing rituals that you were doing on your water fast while you transition, i.e. enemas and salt flushes. That will help things stay moving. All in all, take your time, focus on those 5 foods that I just gave you, have fun, and use the half rule. So 10 days water fasting, 5 days transitioning. 2 days water fasting, 1 day transitioning. It works marvelously and it's super simple. That's going to be it today, guys. That's my basic, super minimal approach to staying in ketosis after a water fast long term. The fasting mimicking diet works absolutely wonderful, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your water fasting journeys. A few announcements. It's almost time for our skin disease reversal group coaching course to kick off. We're starting November 15th. We do have a few slots available. You can sign up for that course at holistichealthactivation.com. Hope to see you there. It's going to be really fun. We're getting super excited. If you're looking to get a hold of me to become a private client, there is a link in the description box. You can find me over at Instagram at Rob Stuart. Last but not least, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, share these videos, and if you're old to this channel, I hope you've already hit the notification bell, but if you haven't, do so, and it will stay informed with my new videos. We can be friends online, and you can comment, and I'll comment back, and high five.